So let me just do a quick intro, Jessica, and then I'll
Okay.
turn it over to you. So,
Okay.
everyone, thank you so much for being on today's call, the Senior Solutions Agency webinar that we host every Friday. Something that we obviously take very, very seriously and try to bring excellent content to our agents every single week. And this week we have Jessica Helms from Mutual of Omaha that's going to be bringing to us the brand new product, which is their Index Universal Life Express. And with that, Jessica, let me go ahead and turn the call over to you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Joe. And good morning, everybody. I'm very excited to talk about our brand new product, our IUL Express product. It has been released to the field for only 14 days. It was launched on November 1st, and I am happy to say that Senior Solutions already has 4 applications in-house. So I can't thank Joe and Senior Solutions enough. So it's a great product, and we're very excited to be able to offer this to the field. So with that, let's see here. It's not going to let me go. There we go. So, I always like to brag about, Mutual of Omaha and why you should do business with us and why we should be your carrier for life. Well, now I have another product to brag about and another product to say now Mutual of Omaha should really be your carrier for life. Of course, we always talk about our brand recognition. Mutual of Omaha, a household name, been around for over 100 years. We're a very strong, stable, and secure company for over those 100 years. We have a dedicated team. We have competitive simplified issue product portfolio, and then the fast and simple underwriting and quoting application tools that are not only just for the products, our simplified issue products that we have had prior to our IUL Express, but now those simplified issue underwriting and quoting and application tools are available on our IUL product. So, again, the brand recognition, the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. When I am out in the field and everything, they're like, oh yeah, that show with that gentleman, and I was like Marlon Perkins, and they're like, yeah. So everybody can relate to that. And then of course our golfers that we sponsor. Strong, stable, and secure. I think it's always important for an agent to know how strong, stable, and secure a company is. That when you're out in the field and you're at your client's house and you're talking about a company, it's I know I would want my parents or I would want myself to invest in a company that's strong, stable, and secure, and Mutual of Omaha has that. Dedicated team. I'm the primary sales director for Senior Solutions. My internal, Caitlin Richling, she's my lifeline back at the home office when I'm on the road. But we have the United States is such a big place, and then we want to make sure that we can cover everybody, that we give everybody the attention they need. We answer all the questions and everything. So we have, besides myself, there's 3 other regional directors that help throughout the United States. Adam Chate is in the Southeast, Dylan Cummings is in the Mid-Atlantic, and then Rob Race is in the West Coast. Another dedicated team, sales support. Sales support is a one-stop shop. If you need something and you cannot get a hold of me, or you just need some marketing materials, or you have a quick e-app question, or you need help on the website, that sales support team is there for you. And that 800 number is a great number to put in your phone and to have at your fingertips if you need something right away. Another 800 number that is great to have on your speed dial is our underwriting. You have access to the underwriters if you need a case status, or if you're out in the field and you have a decision, you're on a question and you don't know whether to answer that yes or no, call that 800 number and they can help you. And of course, our e-app is through iPipeline if there's any technical support. And then we have that application for our living promise paper application only. Again, our simplified issue product portfolio. I always want, we're going to talk about the IUL Express today, but don't forget about our Term Life Express. Our GUL Express, which October 1st, we had a price decrease. And those price decreases on that product were from 5% to 30%. If you have a healthy individual and they're looking for final expense insurance, but they want a little bit more, they're healthy and they can answer all those questions, look at the IUL Express product, because the IUL Express product could be a little bit cheaper than the final expense product. And then, of course, our number one simplified issue product is our final expense, our living promise. And then we always like to make sure those little loved ones in our lives are covered as well on the children's whole life. The big thing about the children's whole life is that grandparents can take that out on their grandchildren without the parent's signature. So if you're in your household trying to sell a final expense to grandma and grandpa, talk about their grandchildren and let them know that Mutual of Omaha has an insurance policy out there for those little ones ages 14 days to 17 years that don't need a parent signature, except in the state of Pennsylvania. And then, of course, our Guaranteed Advantage. It's a guaranteed issue product, accident only coverage for those uninsurable clients that you might have. So, but today we're very excited, and I'm very excited to be able to talk about our Index Universal Life Express product protection that lasts. This product launched November 1st, 2019. We've been working on it for a long time. Issue ages 18 through 70 for non-tobacco. So you have that older group of ages. And then 18 through 65 for tobacco. Again, the risk class, it's simplified issue. The risk classes are standard non-tobacco and standard tobacco. There's 3 index strategies. And those index strategies are the 100 participation rate, which is the most common people use. The participation rate is 100%. The cap rate is 10%, and the max illustrated rate is 6.13. Now you're wondering, some out there are wondering, what is a participation rate? Well, a participation rate is the percentage of the overall index return that will be used to calculate the index interest credit. You have cap rate, which I mentioned on the 100% participation rate selection. What is a cap rate? The cap rate is the maximum interest rate used in calculation of the indexed interest credit for each segment. And then, of course, you have the higher participation rate is another selection, and that's 140% of participation rate. A cap rate is at 7.5, and the max illustrated rate's at 5.02%. And then, of course, you have the lower participation rate, which is with no cap. So the participation rate on that selection is 55%. The cap rate's uncapped, and the max illustrated rate is at 6.13. Again, remember I said it's simplified issue, no blood, no urine, no paramed. The good thing about the IUL Express product is that it uses the same application as the Term Life Express, the GUL Express, and now we have the IUL Express on it. We use the bill chart. We have the MIBs, and we always want to say you make sure you answer those knockout questions on the application verbatim, because we run a pharmaceutical check, and we do an MVR and a phone interview as needed on certain age groups. So our IUL Express, we're happy to say it has the no-cost riders on it as well. Those living benefit riders that you find on the Term Life Express product, the terminal, the chronic, and the critical illness. The waiver of surrender charges for partial withdrawal rider that you find on the GUL Express product, and the guaranteed insurability rider that you also find on the GUL Express rider. And then we have that lapse guard rider that protects you in case the policy is ever in lapse, ever in danger of lapsing. So we also have those 4 cost riders on this product that we offer on the Term Life Express and the GUL Express. The accidental death benefit rider, the disability continuation of planned premium rider, the disability waiver policy charges, and the dependent children rider. So those are also available out there for the client to purchase at an additional cost. The basics of our IUL Express product. It's protection, it's life insurance solution, permanent life insurance solution. It offers simplified underwriting. Remember, again, no medical exams, no lengthy health inquiries. In addition to the death benefit, our IUL Express policy also has the potential to accumulate cash value, and which is credit to interest, and we only use the performance of the S&P 500. Now, we do have two fully underwritten IUL Express products, which we like to say that they're straight, simple, forward, and they only are based on the performance of the S&P 500. And then the cash value on our IUL Express can help extend the policy death benefit or your clients to reduce or stop their future premium payment. So who's the target market on this IUL Express product? Who was this product designed for? Well, one are clients looking for permanent coverage at affordable rates, those that are approaching retirement and beginning to plan for those final expenses, parents with young children at home to replace lost income, clients who have purchased a new home. You know, you purchase a new home, they say that's such a big part of a person's life, purchasing a new home and everything, and you always want to make sure that, if something, be prepared for anything that happens to a loved one or anything, to help you stay in the home, to help you afford the home. Clients who need coverage and issued quickly. Again, no blood, no urine, no pyramid, and then it's an express product. And people who want coverage, I always like this one. People who want coverage, permanent coverage, but don't like needles or lengthy health exams. With our life nowadays, it's very fast paced. Everybody is very on the go. And I know my life, I would not have time to go to the doctor, get exams with two grown boys, and one of my boys plays sports, and so we're gone all the time to his games and everything. So I know being able to offer a product that is fast, being able to offer a product that is convenient for a client. So how does our IUL Express policy work? Well, this is a nice diagram. So the client pays a premium. That premium is split into two parts. Part of that premium goes for the paying for the life insurance and the policy charges, and the other half goes towards building an accumulation value. And on that accumulation value, it is split. You can either have go fixed and currently declare the rate, and right now our fixed rate is at 3.25, or you can do the index, which is again based on the S&P 500 performance. This is just continued. So the cost of life insurance increases as the client gets older. The client's premium no longer covers the cost of life insurance. So what happens? We start taking money out of the accumulation value to help cover the higher charges. But the premium remains affordable throughout the client's lifetime. And there are 4 easy steps to the processes for running a quote, submitting an application, new business and underwriting process, and then of course the 4th, the policy delivery. So we are happy to say that our IUL Express product is on our mobile quoting tool. The available quoting that is available on our mobile quotes tool is the Easy Solve option only. It's Easy Solve. You search for the premium or the death benefit, and it gives you either the premium or it gives you the death benefits. It's easy, it's straightforward, and you get something quick. But if your client wants to divide how they're going to split their participation or how they want to do their calculations, we have it on Wimplex. Now, the Easy Solve is available on Wimplex as well, but it is also, Advanced Solve is also available on Wimplex. And Wimplex, it runs the NIC compliant illustration, which is needed on all permanent life insurance products. So let's do option 1, mobile quotes. You go to your app store and download the quoting tool for sales professionals. And I know most of you probably already have it, but you will want to you would want to update your quoting tool so you get the IUL Express product. So this is what it looks like. You're able to search again for premium or face amount. The issue ages are 18 through 70 for non-tobacco, 18 through 65, so you put that in. And then the initial death benefits, whatever the age group, 300,000 for up to age 50, 250 for up to age 60, and then 61 plus is the 150. The premiums quoted result in a cash value exceeding $100,000 at age 20. Now, I like to point out, we pay commissions on the full Easy Solve premium. So, say your client wants a more advanced solution and they want to look at the full illustration. That's where Wimplex comes in. You go to Wimplex Web and you register. You go to your profile. This just shows how to sign up for Wimplex Web. And you add Mutual of Omaha-United of Omaha as our IUL Express product falls under our United of Omaha company. Your access will be approved within 1 day. We get a message saying you want to add Mutual of Omaha to your Wimplex Web, and we approve it. So, again, you have two options to quote this product. Easy Solve, designated to make it simple. And those are just assumes 100 participation rate strategy, a level death benefit, premium that will make the cash value endow at age 120, and then no riders, distribution, premium, nothing fancy. It's Easy Solve. It's an easy quote. Or two, you run a more advanced illustration on Wimplex. This is what the advanced illustration looks like. Very detailed, very to the point. And this has your signature page where the client must sign. The application process. Right now, IULE is like GULE. It is available only on paper application. You see that big old green star spot or anything. The e-app is coming in early 2020. Everybody wanted to know when GULE was coming out on e-application. Well, we knew we were coming out with a new product and it was going to use the same application. So we wanted to launch our new product, our IUL product, and be able to get the IULE and the GULE on e-application at the same time. So those both are coming in 2020. State-specific right now applications can be downloaded from forms and materials or ordered through your normal channel. App packs will include all necessary forms that you will need to write this product. This is a picture of the application. You complete the proposed insured, complete the permanent life, the permanent riders, any mode, permanent plan, and you complete the owner section only if the client or the insured is not the policy owner. Completing the permanent life section. Now, I want to take a little bit of time on this because this is important. You check the IUL Express box. You enter the application applied for. Now, if you choose the Easy Solve, if you see that green box that says you do not need to submit the IUL application form. But if you don't choose and you do a sale without the Easy Solve, you do need to submit the IUL allocation form with the application. Now, then you select level or increasing. This is the IUL allocation form. It's for the more advanced sale on this product. And then you complete the remaining, the beneficiary information, other coverage information. Again, there's those 10 health questions. And then the insured and owner signs the signature. This is just, you use the same packet as, there you go, you use the same packet as the Term Life Express and the GUL Express application. The only difference is the two forms of exception, and we'll go over those in 1 minute. The cover sheet, there's a cover sheet that you can refer to, and then, you know, the replacement payment authorization and producer statement if those are necessary. So what are those two extra forms that are included for this product? IUL, there's the premium allocation form and the acknowledgement illustration certification form. So here's a picture of the premium allocation form. This is only needed if the Easy Solve was not used. If the Easy Solve was not used, we need to have you enter, or the client enter, the percentage allocations that they want divided up. How many percentage? Do they want 100% in the fixed account? Do they want 50 in the fixed account and 50 in the 1 year 100 participation. Just as everything must equal 100%. The acknowledgement illustration certificate form. Now, we need this form only if a complete illustration was not signed at the time of sale. So if you do an easy solve, you're not going to have that illustration because you're going to go off the easy solve or the mobile quote. If you're using the mobile quoting tool to do your quoting, you're not going to have that illustration. So you will have the acknowledgement illustration certificate form. But you can submit the application, submit the acknowledgement illustration form, but when the policy is issued, there will be a full illustration that will be provided, and the client, the owner, must sign that illustration as a delivery requirement. I do want to point out, until we receive that signed illustration and any other delivery requirements for the policy, commissions will not be paid until all outstanding requirements are received. So again, if you send in an acknowledgement illustration certificate form, we will issue the policy, but we'll issue the policy with a outstanding requirements. And one of those outstanding requirements, a full illustration will be provided in that policy. So you submit the application to Mutual of Omaha with all applications, applicable forms and application. You might have an application signed already because they chose to do a more advanced solution. What to expect? Again, no blood, no urine, no paramin, no lengthy health inquiries. Check the sales professional access producer website for any outstanding requirement. And we are happy to say that underwriting approval within 2 business days of final requirements are being received. On policy delivery, the policy will be sent to the agent to deliver to the client. You complete those delivery requirements if necessary. The illustration, if it was not signed prior to us issuing the policy, you will have, when the policy is delivered, you will have that illustration in there, and you will need to have the signed illustration returned so commissions can be paid. Just a little bit of on the IUL Express living benefits. Again, you have the terminal illness, the chronic illness, and the critical illness. These all should look familiar. They are the same as the Term Life Express, the terminal illness. You can excel 80% of your death benefit if you have life expectancy of 12 months or less. Chronic illness. The insured is enabled to perform 2 of the 6 ADLs and is for 90 consecutive days by a certified physician. And then the critical illness. If the client or the insured has been certified by a physician as having any of these illnesses. How are living benefits calculated? We have that actuarial adjustment. What is an actuarial adjustment? Actuarial adjustment is the bond rate times the life expectancy. And this slide shows, again, how we calculate that. Remember, these living benefits are included in the policy up front. You are not charged for them. If you exercise the riders and you put in a claim, that time is when the actuarial charge will be adjusted. A guaranteed insurability rider. You have an option during any of these life events to increase the specified amount up to 90 days following the marriage of the insured, the adoption of the insured, birth of a child on the insured, and then the 3rd policy anniversary and every 3 years after. The waiver of surrender charges for partial withdrawal. So on permanent insurance, if you were to withdraw, if you were to surrender or you would do partial withdrawals, there are surrender penalties for doing those type of things. But if the insured has any of these not so nice life events, we will surrender those charges. We will waive those surrender charges for the insured. Our IUL Express marketing materials, they're phenomenal. They're very detailed. They're very colorful. They're very, we have a lot of information out there. You can order these through our marketing, through our sales support. And there's that 800 number again. And then, of course, don't forget, it's our London trip this year, our London trip for 2020. This product is on there. So, along with our other Express products. And then, of course, I just always like to mention our Term Life Express, our GUL Express, our Living Promise, our Children's Whole Life, and our Guaranteed Advantage. Our Term Life Express, we're hoping by the end of the year, will be on the automated underwriting platform, just like our Living Promise. You will know when you submit that app if the client qualifies. You'll have a policy number and all the information in front of you. Our GUL Express, again, don't forget the price reductions we had on October 1st, 5% to 30%. And then our IUL is brand spanking new. We're very excited about it. And I can't thank Joe and Senior Solutions enough for already having 4 submitted applications. And then for those uninsurable, we have the Guaranteed Advantage, accident-only guaranteed issue product. No underwriting or anything. And then the Children's Whole Life, those grandparents can take it out on their grandchildren without the parent's signature. So, a lot of information. We're very excited about adding our IUL Express to our Simplified issue platform. It's great news. So with that, are there any questions?
All right. Jessica, one quick question, and I'm going to ask Jimmy, and then kind of open it up to agents if they have any questions. The last screen that you had mentioned, and I didn't catch the date. You had a target date of when you think, I think it's potentially the IUL Express and Term Life Express were going to go on like an automated underwriting. What was your anticipation on that?
The Term Life Express will be the one going on the automated underwriting, our Living Promises on now. Just the Term Life Express. We're hoping to have that by the end of the year, if not by the end of the year, early to 2020.
Awesome. Well, I would imagine once you get that rolled out, I'm just assuming you'll probably later open it up to GULE and IULE as well, probably.
It could be on down the road, but yeah. Our big thing is to get it on the Term Life Express. Now, you think that, things are simple once, our Living Promise is kind of our guinea pig, and it but we at Mutual, we want to make sure when we launch something like that on a product, we have all the, all the cobwebs and all the things that possibly could go wrong, worked out and everything. There's always going to be something, but we want to make sure that, it's good to go and it's out there and it's available without any big hangups when we release it to the field.
Awesome. Hey guys, if you have any questions, raise your hand. I'll unmute you and allow you to ask your question to Jessica. Jimmy, what kind of questions do you have as of right now?
Okay, so on the e-app, like I'm used to logging into SPA and just going to, electronic apps.
Yes.
And has that changed?
No, but remember on the GULE and the IULE, you cannot use the e-application. It has to be paper app for right now.
Okay, but when you log into SPA now, the life e-applications are not available. You got Medicare, dental, disability, critical, but there's no option for life.
No, I don't. We haven't changed any of that. I'll have to see if there's something, if there's a glitch in the system or not, Jimmy. We haven't been told. Your e-application should still work out there.
Hey, Jimmy, just make sure when you log in at the top, you toggle and make sure you're under your personal writing number.
Oh,
correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you can't do it as a corporation.
Yeah, because if you're under Sherpa, it won't show up.
Okay, now I had a agent yesterday tell me that all the products were there, but I couldn't believe that, and I've been trying to log in to validate it, but now I know why it wasn't working for me. I was logging in on my corporate, but so I have not seen the IUL on the iGo app. Where is that at?
It is not. It's not available on iGo app. It's available paper application only. We'll release the e-app for the IULE early 2020.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, so
And
guys, just to clarify, the GULE and the new IULE are paper app only. So with that,
Correct.
Jessica, the question is that um, can we still use, do we need to print out new applications, or can we use the old ones that don't have it listed as a product?
You would need to pull out the print new applications because you
Okay.
have that new part of the application to include the allocation form and the illustration certification form.
Okay, perfect. And then just to verify, because you went through everything very, very quickly. I was taking some notes and I just wanted to circle back on a few things. Is it
Sure.
fair to say that the underwriting on this product is exactly the same as TLE and GULE?
Correct, because they use the same app. So it's the same
Same underwriting.
it's
Okay.
the same underwriting questions, the 10 underwriting questions. It's no blood, no urine, no pyramid.
Okay.
So, we do the MIB, we run the pharmaceutical check, MVR for certain ages, phone interviews as needed. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, perfect.
how
And
about
then
compensation compared to GULE? Is this higher, lower, the same?
Um,
what was the question, Jimmy?
it is
How is the compensation compared to the GULE?
Oh, let me answer. Okay, so I have not, and um, Jessica, that would be a good thing. If you could do me a favor, if you could email Teresa
uh-huh.
a comp grid that shows that, because
Sure.
the last time I talked to her, because I was asking the same question, Jimmy, does it, because on GULE we take a little bit of a haircut, TLE pays the same. Um, so I don't know if you know that question off the top of your head, or would it be better to email that to Teresa and then I can get that out to everybody?
Yes. Let me get with Teresa, Joe, and then she can give you all that information.
All right.
And it,
So guys,
and
to answer the question is that we will get that out to the field force. We'll get the upgraded grid so we can see um, what the comp is. But as you said before, is that when we do get compensated, we're going to get paid. We're going to get compensated off of the Easy Solve premiums.
Correct.
Not if you overfund it, then I'm assuming you wouldn't get paid on the any percentage on the differential.
Correct. So
Okay.
yeah. So I'm just going back up to that slide, Joe, where it shows that we pay on the full Easy Solve.
Okay. And then
Um,
speaking of
yeah.
Easy Solve, what if I'm just using the mobile app? Let's say I'm sitting with a client, I do the Easy Solve, I come up with my premium. What is
Mhm.
the because it seemed like when I did Easy Solve, then I went on to WinFlex and I ran target premium. It seemed like there was a difference. Do you know what if I
Yeah.
run,
Go ahead.
well, I guess first off, if I run Easy Solve, let's say I got a client who is, 45 years old, what is the guarantee for like a no lapse guarantee on the Easy Solve premium?
You know what? There is there is a little bit of difference on the WinFlex illustration. It's not much different rates wise, but I can send you that, Joe. I'll send you that information that explains
Okay.
all of that, and then you can have that and you can send it out to your individuals.
All right, because I read somewhere that the product comes with a 20-year guarantee, no lapse. And I'm just wondering if we run Easy Solve, is it fair to tell our clients is that, they have at least, 20 years of
Correct.
guaranteed protection?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, so the no lapse protection, by paying the amount of death benefit, it'll be guaranteed. So 18 through 60, it's 20 years, and then 61 plus, it's to age 80.
Got it. Okay. So, would it be better if we're going to do an IUL Express, would it be better then to run it off of WinFlex and just use target premium?
Yeah, it's yeah, if they want a more, it's just the preference of the client if they want it more detailed, or you're in a hurry and you just need to either find a death benefit or a premium. It's just, whatever the preference is. You have on the WinFlex, on the WinFlex illustration, you have the no lapse explanation. You have the explanation of all the riders. So yes, it's, I would say it's better because you have all the additional information.
Okay. What I was thinking is, if I'm going to quote someone, you know, in IUL, I'm not
Uh-huh.
necessarily looking for the cheapest premium. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm doing my best to
Yep.
structure a product that's going to last forever.
Correct.
And I think
Yep.
just a word to the agents is that I think the mobile app gives you a good idea, but if you really want to, do your clients right, I would use
The
the
WinFlex.
mobile WinFlex, and make sure that we're running the premiums at target.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. So, and you could use, you could say, well, this is what I have. That here's a quick, premium, or here's a quick death benefit. Let me go and run a detailed illustration for you, and it will explain everything. So I get what you're saying.
awesome. Would I don't know if you have anything that's like a comparison, but um, off the top of your head, are there any advantages to the IUL Express over the GUL Express?
The GUL Express, it's guaranteed death benefit. The GUL Express has the flexibility. It doesn't have much cash value though. If you want cash value, you want that retirement, I'd use the IUL Express.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, utilizing the IUL Express, um, if we're using WinFlex, um, there is an option, because I haven't played with it that much yet, Jessica, but I'm assuming there's an
Uh-huh.
option in there to like overfund it and um, you know run it up close to mech.
Yes. Yep. That's all available on WinFlex.
Okay, all right. And then do the clients on IUL Express, do they have the flexibility of flexible premium? So let's say I start them off at Easy Solve, but let's say their budget allows them to say, hey, Joe, I got a raise, I can put an extra, $50 a month. Um, can they increase or increase their premiums later?
Um, you can do that. You can run also you have an option on the WinFlex to do a level death benefit or an increasing death benefit, and it will show
Right.
you, because obviously the increasing death benefit is going to cost a little bit more. So you can work with that in WinFlex.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like flexible premium options. So, here's even an example. Let's say I've got a client that's got a pretty good budget, and you know what? We're running it on WinFlex. They're able to let's say overfund it, $100 a month. Let's say 2 years down the road, you know, some type of life experience, they no longer can afford that
Mm-hmm.
premium, and they want to bring it back down to, let's say, Target or even the Easy Solve. I guess my question is flexible premiums an option on this product?
Yeah. So, increase to the specified amount. Increases can be applied at any time,
Okay.
up to the insured's attained age 90. Um, Decreases greater than 50% of the initial face amount will not be allowed in the first 3 policy years. So,
Oh, say that
yes,
again.
there's decreases to the specified amount. We won't decreases greater than 50% of the initial face amount will not be
Okay.
allowed within the first 3 policy years.
Okay, got it. So let's say I take out a policy, my client, it's a $100,000 policy. The premiums are 150
Mm-hmm.
bucks a month. Okay. They would need to be in the policy at least 3 years before they could lower the face amount. Okay.
Greater than 50%. Okay, but you can't go less than 25,000 because 25,000 is the
Right.
minimum on this
Up
product.
to 50%. Okay, well that's good. So let's say we got a client that they take out a policy, and let's say they take it out for 150, 200, or maybe even the max of 300. But at age 70, they really don't need as much coverage. So then they're able to they have the flexibility of being able to reduce the face amount.
The specified amount, and then increase. The minimum increase allowed is $1,000, and proof of insurability might be required. So I do want to point that out. Yep. Death benefit option changes. The policy owner may change the death benefit option once each policy year after the first policy year. I do want to mention that. And then no additional changes can be made when the insured reaches age 90 or thereafter.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. I've got a couple of people that have their hands up.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Hyman, I'm going to unmute you first. So you are unmuted. I think it looks like you may be self-muted. Self-mute. All right. We'll get back to you later. Javier, you have a question mark as well. Let me unmute you, see if you're available. Okay, Javier.
Joe, can you hear me? Yep, can you hear me?
Buddy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you're live on the air. Go ahead, caller.
Great. My one question was, for the clients to be able to easily understand the difference, how would you best describe, in layman's terms, the easiest difference between the GULE and the IULE for them? Thank you.
So the GULE is a guaranteed universal life product. The death benefit's guaranteed. There's a lot of flexibility on the guaranteed universal life product. What do I mean by flexibility? You can dial down the guaranteed period. If you are, you want to have the death benefit guaranteed to age 100, but the product goes to age 120. You can dial down that product to age 120. If you want to short pay the IUL Express product, you can do that as well. What do I mean by short pay? Your policy is guaranteed to age 100, but you want to pay premiums to your age 100. You want to pay your policy off at the age of 80. You can do that as well. There is, so that's, it's the guaranteed death benefit product. You have to, in order for the guaranteed death benefit to work for the client, you have to pay your premiums. You have to, follow the policy, the premiums, etc. The IUL Express product, the GUL is not used for cash value. If your client wants cash value, the IUL Express product is a way to go. IUL Express product builds cash accumulation, and a lot of people use it for retirement because you can do an IUL, you can take loans out, you can do withdrawals. So a lot of people use that for retirement, or they use it for kids that are going to college. So does that answer your question?
That totally does.
Yeah, he muted. Yeah, okay. That's a really good question. Here's the thing, Javier, and Jessica, you correct me if I'm wrong. I love the GUL Express, but really, I kind of sell it as almost like a permanent term product, because we're not doing a GULE, Javier, to build cash value. It's like what Jessica said, it's a death benefit product only. The beauty of it is that it's so customizable and you can dial it in literally to any age you want. So if you have a client that is, 65 years old and they want a 30-year term, to take them to age 95, we can do it. There's no other product out there where you can get a 30-year term that I know of on a 65-year-old. We can do it with that product. It's a really good question.
This is Jimmy. I have a few questions for you.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, so the first one is, I'm trying to kind of like Joe, I'm trying to see the angle on how I can, utilize the IUL in comparison to the GULE. So on your IULE, the what do you call it? The full easy solve premium. How long does that last them? To what age?
So the IUL runs throughout the whole, throughout the whole life of the policy. It's not like the GUL where you can dial down or short pay.
No, but what is the full age? That's what I'm asking. Is it designed to last age 100, 121, 90? What is it designed to last to?
120.
120. Okay. So right there, Joe, I see the angle because I've been running comparisons. It's coming up less expensive than the GOLE going to age 120.
Oh, Jimmy, we need to get clarification. If you run the mobile app and you do the Easy Solve Premium, it's not guaranteed to age 120. The product is designed to go to 120. Jessica, you jump in and correct me if I'm wrong. The IUL Express is designed to go to age, 121 or 120. But if you're quoting the easy solution, that premium is only guaranteed for 20 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was my question. So it only lasts for 20 years. All right.
Okay,
So then how are you positioning it? Because, if you're working with somebody that's, let's say, 50 or older, or maybe closer to 60, it's a little too late to try to use this for a retirement solution because there's not enough time for that interest to compound and the cost of insurance is going to be too high. If you're working with somebody that's younger, like let's say in the 30s, your face amount isn't high enough because it's not really going to allow us to take advantage of overfunding. We need to have a higher face amount. So you guys need to kind of like work on that. So my thing is, okay, so what is the advantage? What is the sales strategy? How are we supposed to position this? Because maybe I'm missing it.
I think for your moderate income people, Jimmy, like if you have someone in their 30s or 40s, I think that is, let's say medium income, I think 300,000 face would be plenty to do it.
Correct. And our target market, our target market on this product is 35 to 55. So, yeah, Joe, you are correct.
Yeah, I think, if you're working with a high-end, net worth client that is looking to do, tax-free retirement and, build up a huge nest egg, this is not the right product. This is for, middle income, just, average everyday, working people. Let's see if I had any other. Oh, Jaime, go ahead. You're on the air.
Well, am I still muted?
No, we can hear you, buddy.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think you just answered my question. So this IUL is typically, it's not tax-free like a typical IUL.
Oh no, of course it is. But all we're saying is that this product is designed for what Jessica said, average age. What'd you say, Jessica? 35 to what?
35 to 55. 35
to 55, Hyman. But we're not talking about utilizing this as some, like a tax-free retirement strategy for a high net worth person. This is, for, average people probably making 30, 40, maybe 50 grand a year. They've got an extra, 100 or $2 that they can put into a product. It's a great simplified issue product where is that not only can you get some great face amount with easy underwriting, is that there's the ability to accumulate cash and do tax-free withdrawals by utilizing the loan provision available on the product. Unlike the GULE we typically sell only when the client is looking for guaranteed face amount. They're not, building a tax-free retirement, building cash is not something that they're interested in doing. They're only looking for
guaranteed death benefit.
Guaranteed death benefit. Yeah, they're both awesome products. So if you got that, if you got the client and they're really just looking for life insurance, and they're not necessarily savers, they're not looking to build a retirement, but looking for guaranteed face amount, I would probably go GULE with those folks, because you can really dial it in to the specific age. There's a lot of flexibility with that product.
Okay.
Let me see if I have any other questions. Okay, let me see if I have any other hands that are raised.
Okay.
Candy Cardona. Candy, I'm going to unmute you. Hey, good morning, Candy. You're live on the air. Go ahead.
My question was, when are they changing over the applications?
To the e-app?
Yeah.
Early 2020.
Okay, but you said there's going to be new applications. So do we have to get new applications before the e-app?
Yes, there's new applications now because so the product was released on November 1st. So the applications that you had before November 1st didn't have the IULE product on there, and now it does. And it has the additional information that we need from the client dash the insured for, like, instance, the application form or the illustration certificate form.
Okay,
Jessica, hey, Candy, let me ask this question real quick. I'll turn it back over to you. So, Jessica, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming we can keep using the old applications if we're not writing the new product. So
The
if I'm
IULE,
writing,
correct.
okay, so Candy, if you're,
that was my question.
Yeah, you only need
okay.
to print the new applications if you're specifically going to write this product. So your old apps for what we're used to is the TLE and the GULE, where we're on the same app. We can continue to use those for those products only if you're going to write this new product. Do you need to go on and either order those applications or just go on to SPA and print them out?
Okay, thank you so much. I
Awesome.
appreciate
Any other questions? No, you're good. Thanks, Candy. All right, let me see.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Sharon down in Florida has a question. Sharon, stand by. Sharon, you're self-muted. Unmute yourself, that'd be great. Okay. Sharon, go ahead. I think I can hear, but Sharon, when you're ready, go ahead with your question. Let me see if there's any other questions. No, that was that. So let me give Sharon just a chance. Sharon, are you there? Sharon? I'm going to go ahead and unmute her. All right. Jessica, I think we're done. Jimmy, any more questions before we finish up the segment?
I think what we should do is to run some case studies, to do a good I guess you can say, to do the agent right, in other words, showing them what it could actually do. So rather than just talking about the, I guess you can say the features and the benefits, we need to actually show some.
Yeah, so what we could do, Jimmy, on a separate call is why don't we do that is we'll get on WinFlex and actually run some illustrations and take a look at it.
Yeah, that would be great.
How's that sound? Okay, we'll do that. Jessica, thank you so much for being on the call. Is
You
there,
bet.
you covered everything very, very thoroughly. If we have any other questions, we'll get them out to you. If you could do me just that one favor and just email Teresa the updated comp grid with this product on it.
Yes, I sure will.
Awesome, awesome. All right, thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, thanks, Jimmy.
Bye-bye.
All right, buddy. See you later. Have a good weekend, everybody. God bless.